Okay, so I'm back again. This time recording another video about something kind of sad. Not kind of, I'm very sad actually. I think, so if you live in the Bay Area and you're like maybe elementary to high school and you're fairly good at math, or you like math and you're interested in it, you can go to this math class in Berkeley called the Berkeley Math Circle, and it's great. It's really fun. It's for like gifted kids. I don't know what I'm doing there, if that's the case, but like all my friends who go there, but I know there are only like 4 kids. No, he's not. But the 3 people that I know that go there with me are 2. Okay, they're really smart. And the sad thing is that it's closing. And I'm fairly sure it's gonna be permanently dead forever. And this is after 27 years, I'm pretty sure. So 27 years of teaching kids math just down the drain. Yeah, and that's sad enough already. But to commemorate, to like, I don't know how to say it, to respect the memory of the math circle, I'm gonna be telling some stories of what I did in the math circle. So first story was when I was in like kindergarten maybe, and I was still going to this math circle. And mind you, I was in kindergarten, 1st grade, and I wasn't the smartest kid ever. I mean, who was? We're pretty young, 6-year-olds, I guess. But there's this dude named, I'm not gonna say his name actually. He was this crazy looking Russian guy with like Einstein hair, and he had, I remember he had like a pot belly, and it was really funny. It wasn't funny, but I was like just sitting there in class, and I think it was something about the alphabet and palindromes and stuff. But basically that day, he was like, anyone want to answer this question? And it was just this random question. I forget what it was even. And then no one was getting up and answering the question. But little me, little 6-year-old me, I don't know. I understood it then. Just then, I saw what was going on, and I connected the dots, and I was like, oh my god, is that this? And I answered the question, and I was very proud of myself. But to this day, I still question if that was like, because like I already knew that everybody there's like 10 times smarter than me. I was like, man, did everybody just set this up to make me feel smart? Is this just like a prank or something? Because I'm not that smart. No. Yeah, that's the first story. The second story, so basically there's the system of getting black dots. It's just like letting you know that, oh my god, you did something wrong, you're gonna get suspended or something, I don't know. But I think basically you get 2 black dots and you're just expelled permanently. And like getting a black dot, it's pretty simple. You use your phone on during the time you get a black dot. If you're like too loud, or you break rules, or you're like just not like respectful, you get a black dot. Like just like normal school basically. So I think this was in 6th grade, so a little while ago. But I was basically in a class, and I was in the Evans Hall. If you go to Berkeley, you should know what it is. It's like this, I think it's the math, I don't know, it's Evans Hall. You might have seen some kids running around. That was the problem. So we were on like floor 8 maybe, I can't remember. And there's an elevator, and of course, being 6th and 7th graders, we're understandably a bit loud and rowdy. after staying in a classroom for an hour and a half talking about math. And there are some kids there who are like pretty smart. A lot of them are really smart. But basically the whole thing was everybody was taking the elevator, everyone was screaming and shouting, and this is Evans Hall. And basically the next time we came there, everybody got a black dot because no one was owning up. Oh yeah, I remember exactly what happened. Some random kid pressed all the buttons on the elevator and it took forever to just go. And I was on that elevator and I remember it. And I got a black dot just like everybody else in that class. Scary. Okay, second story. So this is a bit more recent. I was in like my class. I think this is in I don't know how to say it, in the business hall, like Chait, CHEIT. And basically this was, I think this was, we were doing math, obviously, but it was like modular arithmetic, that kind of stuff. And I don't even, like I said, I don't even know what I'm doing in that class because I'm stupid. I was barely following along. I was like, damn, what is this? I had to keep on asking my friend for help. And my friend is like, he's like a genius. If you know what the AMC8 thing is, it's like a competition. I don't know how to describe it. It's basically a competition. And basically, my friend got, in 6th grade, he got like 16 problems, right? 7th grade, 19 problems, I'm pretty sure. Don't know what he got. And then another friend got 20 out of 25. And then another friend got 22 out of 25. I'm not going to say what I got, because I'm disappointed in myself. And But yeah, regardless of what I'm saying is that he's really smart. And I was like, man, dude, what is this? What does this mean? And the only reason I was following along was because I was asking him. But basically, that day I was really insanely tired. So literally the entire class, we were doing modular arithmetic. I was like barely understanding what was going on, and I was nodding off every 5 seconds. And I fell asleep. And that's the entire story for that one. Another story was, so one time the directors, I think, were having trouble finding like guest speakers to lecture us on that. So I think the founder, Zvezda, you should look her up. She's really cool. I've admired her for a long time. Basically, she's like this. I think she was an international math Olympiad competitor, and she's really smart. She's cool. I like her a lot. But basically, she just taught us herself, because we had no like professor to help, and we did calculus. Get it? Calculus. And I think there's a video on it on Numberphile that you can watch if you're really interested. And basically we're doing it, and I was understanding it pretty well, actually, because she's a good teacher, I would say. And finally it got to the point where she was like, okay, class, now we're gonna solve this quadratic equation. And at this point I knew how to I forgot what the term is. How to solve quadratic equations. I don't know. And I did do it. And basically where I was sitting, it was like right at the edge, near the front, so Zvezda could walk around and look at her work and stuff. And she came over and she looked at my work and she was like, very nice. I don't know how to recreate a Bulgarian accent. I'm not going to try because I don't know why. But she basically made me take my mediocre work and put it up onto the whiteboard in front of like 50 genius kids. And I was shaking, literally. And yeah, that's my proudest moment. Yeah. Oh, another story. So basically, this is like also pretty recent. Like I think we were doing probability maybe it was something else, but it was me, that smart kid that I was getting help from. Let's call him Ray. Ray as in this. Let's call him Ray. And then we have my other friend who's a year older than me. We'll call him Beavis. So Beavis and Ray and me. And my other friend who was talking with other people. So not irrelevant. But basically, we were just sitting there and like I brought my Rubik's Cube because I personally like solving Rubik's Cubes because it's fun. The one who helped me was Ray. So Ray didn't have a Rubik's Cube, but Beavis had 3 Rubik's Cubes or 2 Rubik's Cubes. So he gave one of the Rubik's Cubes to Ray, and Beavis is like a good Rubik's Cube solver. He's like a speed cuber. He's pretty cool. He's got a bunch of expensive cubes, and he oils them. And he let me borrow one. And we basically like solved Rubik's Cubes the entire time. Like it was just us 3 and the constant clicking of the cube. And that was what. Oh, and I'm pretty proud of this. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, I can solve a Rubik's Cube and that's it. And it won't take me like 30 minutes. Ray, who is really smart, he took like the whole class. And I'm proud of that. That's my one accomplishment. Anyway, thank you.